Hi, I'm Patty.
I'm Kim Michelle.
And I'm Jill. Welcome to our podcast. It's a great day to talk.
Because honestly, what day isn't a great day to talk?
So join us in our conversation.
A Great Day to Talk is brought to you by St. George Design, offering complete website design, social media management, search engine optimization, Google and Facebook ad management, and many other digital and print marketing services. stgeorgedesign.com. And by Richardson Brothers Custom Homes, third-generation builders who have been building custom homes in southern Utah for over 25 years. They will take your dream home from concept to completion. Contact richardsonbrothers.com.
Good afternoon. Welcome to all our friends and relations out there. This is a great day to talk.
Oh my!
It's a great day to cough. Mm-hmm. It is September 8th.
Inhaled the incorrect way. Don't do it that way. I'm Jill, and I'm here with my most lovely friends, Kim Michelle, who is to my right, and to my other right is Patty.
Hello.
And we are here together for our weekly chit chat about what have you, what not. And I'm just going to start out with this is episode 21, which makes us legal.
Wow, we are
legal.
Yep.
Look out, world.
Yep.
We are legal.
Shots.
We're legal. We can toast
So
ourselves.
all the stuff we did before, I was illegal.
Right? All of the years
Yeah.
before or yesterday?
Well, all of that.
All of that. Yeah. All of that. And we're so glad that you guys joined us today. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys all had a fantastic long Labor Day.
Yeah.
Kim Michelle, did you get
Seemed
to
short.
do anything? Well, it was short for sure.
Yeah.
Tell me, did you get to do anything
Well,
fun and relaxing?
We played in our garden. You know, we like to do that.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Just having that time at home too sometimes.
It's
So
definitely
nice.
yeah.
about having no alarm clock for me.
Yeah.
Whenever that happens is a day of rest. Patty,
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah, we went up to Fish Lake Friday after work and had a little family reunion with Riley's siblings and their kids and their kids. There were about 40 of us, and of us, there were 7 babies under one and under.
So you're not counting Riley.
And no, 8
Because he's
including-
older than one.
yeah, he's older. He's just a little bit older than one. Yeah. So there were 7 little babies that were, but 6 of them were from one
Family.
family.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
So they had their kids and even their kids. There was a great.
That's so.
Yeah. A great. There was
a great.
my mother-in-law was there, and she had her kids, her grandkids, her great grandkids, and a great.
Stop.
Yeah.
I bet Anne was in heaven.
Yeah, we have a lot of great pictures of her talking to the babies.
Oh,
and
that's so
holding the
awesome.
babies, and yeah.
Oh, that's priceless.
Yeah, and I had both of my grandbabies there and my kids, so I was happy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the
that
weather
really
great?
is fantastic.
Weather was great. It was warm. I thought we were going to be in cooler weather, and I probably needed
More warm,
clothes
or
for
cooler
warmth.
weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it's hasn't not cooled down.
at night it cooled right down.
Right.
Like it was hot, cold. But in the day I could have had less
Less
stuff. Yeah.
Less layers, huh?
And you were in Lake Powell.
We were in Lake Powell, and it was so beautiful. It's so low. We don't even recognize the geography of it all. Like the lands. I mean, it's totally different. And instead of just camping in one spot, we did that for one day, but we took the long ride up to Bullfrog and checked out a couple of landscape pieces that have been covered up by the lake. One of them is an arch that's been covered for over 50 years.
Oh, fun.
Wow.
And that was really, really interesting and really
Yeah,
kind of amazing to see.
What is that called?
Well, let's see. Judd's not here to tell
The
me.
covered arch,
yes.
usually.
Post it.
The covered arch.
Gilbert's
Yeah.
arch,
Yeah, post that, baby.
Gallagher's arch.
If
somebody
Judd is
something.
listening, could you please tell us
Right.
what that arch
Give
was?
us that.
I
And
think he did post the name of it,
He
but it was
did.
something I didn't
he
recognize.
did, and I don't remember the name either. They just, I'm not gonna lie, arches look like arches to me, and they're really totally interesting. He knows the history of it all. So he can tell you the stories that go along with each of the arches. We did go to Cathedral in the Desert, which is such a interesting, beautiful place. And the last time we were there, of course, the water was a whole lot deeper than it is now. And so it was just completely different. And it was interesting, and it was a really cool experience going in there. So that was a lot of fun. Gas, almost $6 a gallon on the lake.
Yeah, I think
So in case anyone wants to do the math, the ridiculousness.
Did you take one boat all the way up?
Did.
Okay, good.
Luckily, we took just, we combined. With our friends and went in one boat, which was super smart because holy cow.
Yeah.
It was, like, a lot of money to get back.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. I mean, we'll never see something like this again.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had our time together and it was fantastic.
That's so good.
I did get some sort of little heat thing, intolerance. I don't know. I'm going to blame it on menopause because really, why wouldn't I blame it on menopause?
I think you can
Well,
blame
it's so
everything
easy.
on
Just,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I ended up being,
because people don't really know all the symptoms of menopause.
no,
So we can just say they're all
they're all the
that.
symptoms.
I think the outside temperature is because of menopause.
I agree too.
I think we're all radiating, all the menopausal women, and it's
And their
causing
heat.
that to happen.
That
getting
is
stuck
actually what's
under the
causing-
ozone, and it's causing that to happen.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, that is gonna.
It's
is
not the cows.
hysterical.
No, it's menopausal
women.
Yeah,
Nope.
for sure.
So all the trucks
Well-
that can keep driving in their great big engines.
For sure. No doubt about it.
It's just we'll just blame.
It's just us.
Let's just blame the
just
women
blame women again.
Let's just blame the women. Yep. So that was the only kind of like kink in my chain around it, was not being able to be in the sun like I normally am. But I can't complain because it was beautiful and it was just so good to be
I'm so glad.
there. Yeah. So
And
that
how
was
did your new puppy do out there?
he didn't go. We didn't take Sebastian. We
Oh.
didn't take Jazzy. Jazzy has never enjoyed the lake. And now that she's older, a more mature woman, she definitely does not like the lake. And
Menopausal as well. See?
right. And she just, I have to say she shouldn't have to go.
That's
I mean,
right.
If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. So Jazzy didn't. And Sebastian's so little that I had visions of us taking, even one bounce in the channel, and even with his life jacket on, having him, pitch out.
Exit.
And so I wasn't into that. Plus, he hates, I can't even tell you how badly he hates having a bath. It's trauma for him. I don't know if he ever had baths before, but he acts like he's dying. And so I can't imagine what it would be like around a body of water, and having to get in the So it was our son that took one for the team, and actually my other son took one for the team. So Judd and I went without kids.
Oh my gosh, it was a romantic getaway.
Well, except for
with
when I
the
was
menopausal
flot
woman.
hashing. I was flot hashing the whole time. But so they stayed home and care took the poochies.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that was nice to not think about.
Yeah,
drowning.
We have left our dog at home more this year than any other time that we've gone, just because he's hard. He's not a good listener.
Alan is getting the age he doesn't want to do either.
No, and he has to be right by us at all times. And
There's our dog.
he ended up coming with us this weekend, and he wasn't fun.
It was hard. Yeah, when they get up in that age, I can't relate. I don't know. I want to do
Menopausal
everything
women, old grumpy men. That's what that's what you have to
Grumpier
look
old
forward
men.
to out there, world. So join us
Yes.
again for another optimistic
Podcast
Yeah.
about life
view of the
going
world.
forward.
Yep. That's what we're all about. Put a smile on your face.
Smile on your faces, folks. Well, interestingly enough, our topic today revolves around self-care and some of the ways that we do self-care for ourselves. And we had, brainstorm a couple of ideas around that. And one of them is, how do we use the outdoors to recharge our batteries? How do we each use mantras or affirmations to recharge our batteries? There's a lot of ways that people recharge. And these are just a couple that, we've talked about and what we've used. And so today, join us. You know, if you would like to share some comments or have a comment that you would like to, or a question you'd like to ask, please join us on our Facebook Live and put your questions on there. And we're happy to join into the conversation.
Well, I
Absolutely.
just think it's interesting that we all three said, what did you do this weekend? And all three of our weekends were spent outside.
Yeah.
You were out in your garden, which is one of my favorite places to be.
Yeah.
Is in my yard.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You were outside in Lake Powell. I was outside up at Fish Lake. And it is a recharge to be out in nature. Nature.
What about being outside or out of doors, Patty? Because I know you love to be outside. You love, you guys love camping. You love being in your backyard. You love yard work, gardening, all that kind of stuff. What is it about being outside for you? Can you pinpoint what that is that charges you?
I think the sun, for sure. I love to be in the sun against all advice from my dermatologist, having red hair and white skin. But I love to be in the sun. It doesn't need to be hot. It can be hot and I'm okay. Yeah. But I like to have my hands in the dirt. I like my hands in the grass. I like to be on water. For my birthday, I got a new kayak.
You did?
Yes. I got a kayak, and I've been talking about getting a kayak for about a year and a half when we went up to the Green River and went kayaking. Or I went kayaking. Riley fished behind me in his float tube, but this kayak has a fish pole attachment, so I can take my own fishing pole and do my own thing. And but I got to kayak at Fish Lake this weekend, which was super fun. And I mean, the water wasn't very deep, and I kayaked for a while by myself, and I just can look at the trees and the green and the contrast between the water and the mountains and the blue sky and feel the water. And it was cold and refreshing. And then I also like the physical part of being outside.
Yeah.
I like to be able to, if I'm weeding or mowing the lawn, I like that my body can still do it.
Yeah.
And kayaking, I like that my arms can still kayak. And then I got to take my little 6-year-old grandson for a little kayak ride, and we had fun. And I can't wait to go again, wherever it is. I can take it by myself if I want.
Oh, that's so awesome.
That's total
So I think the air, the sun, I mean, all the elements that are outside, and the grass, like we talked about earlier today, having your bare feet in grass is so grounding.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the outdoors does for me, is it just kind of grounds me.
Yeah. I can totally relate to that. How about you, Kim Michelle?
We weren't even doing something awesome. We were cleaning up after our dogs.
Yeah.
And weeding.
Yeah.
But we were out there together. And one of the things that I love is to have my music. And I don't really have an opportunity to listen to my music that much. I'm always trying to get books read that I need to be reading for school or whatever. And or listening to other podcasts, trying to educate myself and those kinds of things. But there's also something about music for me. So when I'm outside and I'm walking or riding my bike, that's when I'm usually listening to music. Or when I'm outside and I'm in the garden or whatever. Mm-hmm. Either I'm talking to Scott or it's another opportunity for me to have my music on. So I love that. I like the physical labor of it. Or activity of it. And I love it when I conquer a big weed. I love it. It's so gratifying.
When you get the whole thing out.
Yeah, the whole thing.
You have to get the roots.
I have to use a shovel even to get down in there, and I am victorious. It gives me a moment like, okay, I'm the master.
I'm in charge, weed.
Yeah, so bring it. Not necessarily like really come after me again. You go to another yard, and I might go over there and help them. You don't need to come back into my yard, but
right.
And it's just I like that. I like that time spent out there because I know we're going to be able to enjoy it later again. Yes. Right? It's something that you're going to be able to come back to. So it's like it's a double gift because you get to be out there, you're active, you're getting that energy off of it, you're getting that victory over the weed, you're getting all of that. But then when you come back out later and it's evening time and you're sitting out there just enjoying it, you're getting that reward off of it. Again, it's just the gift that continues to keep on giving. And Scott loves to fish, and I love the beauty of being out in that space.
Yeah.
When I put my line in the water, see, Mr. Pullen, I'm not putting my pole in the water because everybody knows you don't put your pole in the water.
Why would you put your pole in the water?
That would be crazy.
Dear fish, please.
Exactly.
Run away.
And I think as the nights are getting cooler too,
Yeah.
it's so much nicer to be outside.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Obviously,
word.
you can be outside.
I know, without suffocating.
Yeah.
Well, and that was one of the things that was so frustrating for me this weekend when I had to keep going down in the cabin to get in the air conditioner because that's not me. When I'm at the lake, I'm outside. Well, until it's time to go to bed, and then I am out. But I'm outside, and you guys know the same thing for me. One of my favorite pastimes is to work in my flowers, in my flower garden, and in the flowers back there too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and let's be honest, and to float and be completely lazy in the sun too. But I recharge. It's the same. It's the sun. It's the physicality. It's the perpetual reward from the work of what I see.
Yeah.
And it is definitely the grounding. There's something, it doesn't matter what I'm doing outside. I can be, well, okay, that's not true. If it's cold outside, I'm out. I'm not anywhere near snow. I'm not anywhere where I'm uncomfortable. It has to be the sun. It has to be that, it can even be overcast, but it's not the snow.
Yeah, the snow doesn't speak to me the same way
No.
Right.
unless I'm inside,
Yeah.
warm and cozy, and I'm looking out of that's
The
beautiful.
window.
And I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to drive
Right.
anywhere. I can
Right.
just have a book and a blanket.
It has to be the idyllic snow, though. It has to
Yeah.
be like, oh, we're snowed in and we don't have to go anywhere. And then you know that in the morning the snow will be gone. I'm okay with that
Yeah.
for a day or two.
I do love a good snow day.
Because we've had
when we've
had
three in my
whole
27
ones in
years
our-
of teaching. I've had 3 snow days.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I remember one night the kids were younger. Well, they might have been in high school or younger, but we had a huge snowstorm. I mean, it killed everything. This was how.
Oh, that was the year
that
that we
was like
ran the
in-
expedition. So that was 13.
was
December
it in
13.
20? Okay.
Yep.
And because all of our rosemary plants, we had huge rosemary bushes, and they all died. We
That
had to
was
dig them
mine.
out and rip them out, and a lot of people had to replace stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember that night, it was like 12:30 or 1 in the morning, and we didn't wake the kids up, but we went out front and built a snowman in our pajamas.
Oh, how fun.
And then that was enough of that. Except
Yeah,
for
exactly.
and I think as teachers go, snow days aren't that great because we still have to come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We still
and then
work.
we still come, and then they add a day at the end sometimes. So
Yeah.
that's really like a 2-day thing for us.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know why I said I like them.
Yeah.
I take
Patty.
that back. I take it back.
Maybe because it's unusual.
Yeah.
And it's outdoors and we recharge. We, the 3 of us definitely do a lot of self-care out of doors. And so it's still just another connection to being outside of the 4 walls.
I just think that I think the real power of being outdoors is that when you're out there, I think sometimes when you're in the hustle and bustle of your day and you're just moving from life event to life event and stressor to stressor, it's easy sometimes to forget the awesomeness that exists, that is so much more powerful than you.
Right.
And in the moments that you're feeling like you have to control everything or everything will fall apart. And so your wheel is just running as fast as it possibly can. I think nature reminds us, and being out in that space reminds us, I got you, girl. whatever that voice is for you, that just reminds you that there is an energy or whatever it is you want to call it that exists that is so awesomely powerful and masterful and such an artist that it can create the most wondrous of mountains and the teeny tiniest of little ladybugs at the same time, and put them all in your same universe. I mean, it's in that moment, hopefully. Even if you're not recognizing it in the moment, I think your spirit recognizes it in the moment. And even if your conscious mind can't absorb it, I think your spirit absorbs it. And that's why you find a peacefulness there, even if you can't put words to it that way. Even if you just say, well, I like the sun, and I like being with my spouse out there, and I don't know, maybe it's bigger than that. Maybe it's the majesty of it that speaks to you at a higher level. And that's really what we love about it. But we don't know how to verbalize that. So it is we verbalize it the way we know how to verbalize it. I don't know.
That was incredible. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've just been at some spiritual church, Kim Michelle. That was exactly my heart. That was so beautifully said.
And I was just sitting here thinking, I'm so glad this is recorded so we can go back to that.
And listen to that.
Listen to that.
That was so great, KM.
What a
Thank
description.
you.
Yes.
That really is. That
it
really
was poetic.
It's so fun. Okay, so my dear friend Diane, who has been one of my dearest friends since we were young, just posted, yes, Jill is a warm weather kind of a gal. Mm-hmm. And the sun has always warmed me. Mm-hmm. I think that's part of what you're saying, Kim Michelle. It's like whatever it is envelops us. Mm-hmm. And that is, I feel held and warmed outside.
Yes, it holds you in a space and says, I got you, girl.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Wow. And thank you for joining us tonight.
And scene. And mic drop.
See y'all next week.
Sean's worried we're going to actually drop his mics. No. Sean gave us a little bit of a fun fact today. He said that it takes 646 AA batteries to charge a person.
Each day.
Each day.
That's how much energy it would take to charge a human, correct, Sean? Now, okay, wait, let's talk. Is it like, is there a weight bearing issue in there? Is like, okay, this will charge a 150-pound person versus this will charge.
It was just a general thing.
A general sized human.
Yeah. How many AAs would it take to charge to run a human for one day?
Interesting.
646.
I would have to say.
Says who?
How do we know
Some
that?
guy on the internet. Trust him.
Yeah, you just read it. Okay.
Intrawebs.
But it is interesting, though. Have you ever done the science fair projects where we went in our dark closet and
Excuse me, who went in your dark closet?
My young child at the time, Abby and I, probably Riley, and we held hands and then held onto a fluorescent light bulb, and the fluorescent light bulb lights up. You ever done that?
From the energy of the three
humans,
of you? Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Right.
Well,
and you squish your feet, you do the carpet thing, and you
get the
static
electricity.
and hold it, and it brightens. And it was kind of a cool science project.
That's really. I never had that experience with my boys. They always
had
their own science.
Yeah,
left me out, but that's so cool that you got that.
She loved to do that, and
my kids said science, and I said talk to somebody else.
Yeah,
yeah.
So. I actually, our friend Carrie Moody helped me once with the science fair project for Abby when she was in elementary. But yeah, she always went to the district fair contest too.
Cool.
She did good.
That's
she loved
really cool. Well, you know what? That's next time we need to get batteries at Costco. I'm going to order. I'm going to pick up 646 on the off chance that some days I'm going to need a little extra boost.
Well, how are you going to plug them in?
I haven't figured that out yet. We
Okay.
talked about that, and I don't know.
Well,
I'll ask my boys.
Outdoors because
Oh, ask
Well,
my boys.
God's
And
got to
that's-
be the biggest. Charger.
Maybe we're like solar beings where like solar charged things have to be in the sun, and so do humans. Maybe that's an honest, literal thing, is that being in the sun does recharge us.
I
in a
wonder
literal
if that's,
way.
I wonder if that's everybody. Everybody has an element of, they would find a really powerful element of self-care if they did that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that my Ethan, my oldest, has always said he is opposite. He doesn't get he gets zapped from the sun. He'd rather be in cloudy weather.
Yeah.
Abby too.
And so, I don't know.
There is, it's interesting. Seasonal affective disorder, for the most part, it affects people in the winter, where there's less sun, and in the areas of the world that have less sun during the winter, you see a lot more depression,
Right.
etc. But there is seasonal affective disorder for people in the spring, summer months, where their depression shows up when there's sun.
I
Which-
wonder if that would be a thing for Ethan. And Max has kind of turned into that too. Like, he's turned into a bat cave person too.
Yeah,
I think
maybe they go out less in the summer.
Yeah, but I think a lot of kids are going out less anyway. I think we've become comfortable being home, and now to go out takes a lot more work too.
Especially here
For
in
kids.
the desert.
Yeah.
Here in the desert. I don't know. I just really am fascinated with what being outdoors does for my psyche and for, your psyches too. So how about other things that you guys use for self-care? We had, thrown around the idea of mantras and positive affirmations. So do any of you have, I'll just jump in. I'll just be first. I have a new mantra. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but going into the school year, I had a lot of anxiety around what it was going to look like this year after last year being so difficult. And I know for some people it wasn't as difficult. I know for the majority of us that was a really, really tough year. So going in, trying to work through some of the angst of moving into it, I, during one of my torture classes, otherwise known as spin class in the morning, our instructor said, she was doing some mindfulness and said, the mountain does not bend. So what are you going to do in reaction to that mountain not bending? And so in my head, I just came up with the mountain does not bend. I do not bend. I'm finding joy in the ride. So that's a new mantra for me. A mantra that I've used since I was in my early 20s I still use it, is I am warm. That's that whole thing about feeling enveloped and warm from the sun and the weather and stuff like that. That's like when I moved to New York, and my mom did say to me when I was moving to New York, you realize that New York is more northern on the map than Utah is, than Salt Lake is. And anyway, so that's been a mantra for me for decades. And then now
I'm
this
warm.
new one.
I'm warm.
I
I'm
am
warm.
warm.
Mhm.
I am warm.
Yep.
I am warm. Yep. And so that's the mountain does not bend. I do not bend. I'm finding joy in this ride.
I
Or
love
I'm
that.
finding the joy, and I'm finding joy in this climb.
I feel like I could make that into lyrics, but also because I love that so much.
Why don't you do it right now? Sing it. Sing it. Give me a tune.
Oh gosh. Well,
Wow. She's ready.
Um,
No pressure.
I was just gonna say, what about? I like I like what you're saying, because the mountain doesn't bend and you don't bend, but I think so often we bend when the mountain doesn't.
Yep.
And so then that seems to be where I land.
It's a journey every day, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And so finding those mantras, those little self-talks that we can use to help us in our self-care when we don't feel it, when we're not feeling it. It's kind of the, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. And eventually, there's 10% of you that starts to buy into it. And when I started to say that, there was zero possibility that that was anything I was going to buy into, because I don't like climbing.
Mm-hmm.
I have the endurance of a tsetse fly when it comes to climbing. Just ask Judd. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't have any desire, but
Right.
I knew that this year was going to be a mountain to climb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if I didn't find some joy in there somewhere, then what? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So mantras have become a really important part of my self-care this year too. And by this year, I don't know. When did that start? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like that Riley said he said I say go fishing 3 times a week.
Amen.
I bet Riley says that.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Is that your mantra, Riley?
Yes.
Wait. Run, fishes. Swim away, fishes. Save yourself, fishes.
He usually throws them right
Save them.
back
Yeah, but okay, who wants to get hooked in the mouth?
and then throw them
And
back.
then, I mean, really, come on, that
I know.
hurts.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but maybe
Riley.
that's the fish's mantra.
Yeah.
I get caught in the mouth and I
can-
swim away.
Mm-hmm.
After I've had a hole ripped in it.
Right. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm the Debbie Downer
Yeah.
of fish
Yeah, a
life.
little bit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Scott and Riley, sorry.
There's
Not-
a lot of
not
fish.
sorry.
There's a lot of fish in the sea. So
That's right.
It's
And
fine.
some of them need to be fished because they're over.
mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
over. I was going to say overfished, but that's the opposite of
Overpopulated?
There's too many. Yes,
When
there's
they're-
too many fish.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So I was also going to ask Kim Michelle, when you're riding your bike, do you ever have affirmation, like when it's getting harder to ride? Because I know you like to ride your bike, you're
Yeah.
outside. And when I'm like doing something hard, I have to say, I can do it. I got this. I got this.
Yeah.
What do you say when you're on your bike?
Time to put my motor on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when it gets hard, I just flip over to
When,
gas powered.
I need to be a hybrid. That's all there is to
That
it.
is awesome.
I have
But do
my
you
sun and
wait
my
it out?
gas.
Do you wait it
Yeah.
out a little bit and go,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to go a little bit further. Okay, to the end of the block, then I'll put my motor
So, I mean, it for a long time it was as far as I can go and then one step farther.
Oh,
right?
okay.
As far as I think I can go and one step farther. The idea, that opportunity of that bike has put me back on a bike,
Right.
right? So it's given me choice. And I think all mantras, all affirmations should serve to give you choice, right? And that's just the one bit of encouragement I would give around any mantra or any affirmation is that they should empower you around a choice and never make you wrong, never make you feel guilty if you didn't do it.
Right.
Because all it is saying, when I choose this,
A,
mhm,
I get B.
then I get B.
Yeah.
I like that.
I found there was a couple of different lists about affirmations, and this 7 life affirmations popped up in a couple of different places. And I jotted them down because I thought they were at least interesting, all the same 7. So I believe in my dreams was 1. I'm doing my best every day is another. I love myself for who I am is another. I'm in charge of my own happiness. I accept 100% responsibility for life. The best is yet to come, and I'm grateful for every day. And like I said, those came up on several different lists as 7 life affirmations. I don't know who came up with them. I didn't get that far in my investigation, but there was a lot of thoughts that went through my head as I was reading each one and writing each one down, and I could feel when one of them was like, "Ooh, gosh, well, I'm not going to say that because that will be too hard," or, "Well, that one is a really positive thing for me to remember when A, B, C, or D happens." You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, those were some interesting ones. 7 life affirmations.
Yeah,
I like those.
and I think that they, at some level, get to challenge you a little bit. That's why they're an affirmation. Otherwise, they would just, you wouldn't need to say them.
Right.
Right? You wouldn't
Right.
be challenged around them already. And the only thing I would say is that there's a space there for when I am empowered when I choose to honor my body. So if let's say that I'm having a hard time resisting sweets or something, and I say that affirmation when I'm feeling challenged by banana cream pie, and I say that affirmation at that moment, then in that moment, I'm reminding myself that I'm at choice here, and I empower myself when I make a choice that is healthy for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me wrong if I choose it. It just reminds me that that choice is an empowering choice for me.
Right. Well, and that's, the actual official definition of affirmations is positive statements that help you to overcome self-sabotage,
Yep.
whether it's in action or whether it's in thought. And I think that, when that stupid blueberry lemon muffin is, trying to be my best friend, and all I want is a third
Well,
one.
they need friends too.
Why are you against blueberry lemon muffin?
Well, the ones that don't have the crystallized sugar sprinkled on the top, I'm kind of against those. But the other ones, I'm not so against.
Yeah.
And I think, that's where positive affirmations really help out me is when I'm in a self-sabotage mode for whatever reason it is.
Yeah. And I think you can have mantras too that are just like, be kind.
Feel good.
That's just be a nice human.
Be nice to yourself.
To yourself and to others.
Yeah, take
and those
care.
are just simple things that when faced with a choice, what and I can choose A or B in this moment, I can just say, be a nice human. Yeah. And that mantra reminds me in the moment, that's who I am at my core. I might not feel it in this instant because I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I may let those things attempt to dictate how I respond in the moment. Don't do that, Kim Michelle, because you are bigger than your circumstance. You are bigger than everything that's going on right now. Remind yourself, Kim Michelle, who you are at your core. And at your core, you're a kind person. So find that person and choose that right now.
Yeah. I definitely need to remember to think before I speak at school sometimes, where I'm all want to be sarcastic and I have to mantra it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're doing their best. You do your best. Be nice.
Yeah.
Be kind.
It's so sad. Some people's best is so bad.
I know.
Oh, wait. Be kind.
Be kind.
kind.
Be at your core, Kim Michelle.
at your
At
core.
your core, you're a kind person.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Sorry.
guys, not to change the subject, but I do want to just mention one more thing that we talked about, I think, last week. I swear I'm going to sound like the Headspace advertiser here, but
Oh, that's our sponsor.
that's our sponsor. Dear Headspace, please come be our sponsor. We're looking for sponsors, Headspace. But Headspace has so many great ways. It's not just meditation that can help you with self-care,
Yeah.
that can support you in finding even just 1 minute away to help you remember what it is you are at your core, or
Yeah.
just short little reminders. Headspace app, I almost said headspace.com, headspace.org, I don't know. But one of the things that popped up today, one of the featured short meditations is on feeling overwhelmed, and it's a 3-minute meditation. They have some SOS they're short meditations, or they are just some thoughts. They call them, let's see, I'm flipping through. Not that. Sorry. Not courses. Anyway, guidance kind of things that are really short. And for just that moment when you need that extra support, you can't get outside to do a little self-care. You are stuck and ruminating in your head about something negative that's going on. Jump onto Headspace and just find a short little clip or a short little guided thing and listen. They have some video ones too that you can watch that just help you step out of that negative cycle that you can find yourself in, that you just need a little bit so that you can get back to self-care.
Yeah, because it's like Joan talked about last week when she was talking about forgiveness in the very broad sense, but also self-forgiveness. It really is everybody benefits, right? But you really benefit when you choose into self-forgiveness or forgiving yourself. It's the same with self-care. Everyone benefits when you choose into self-care. And Scott's going to say, Kim Michelle, you're the worst at self-care. He's not going to say that right now because, but I went to work at like 4:30 this morning because I was just
all over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, well, I just got to get up and go because I can't, I'm crazy woman right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't need to make you a crazy person along with it. So everyone, when you can step into that space of self-care, everyone really does benefit from that. It is, though, sometimes difficult to see in the chaos of everything, how am I now going to put one more thing in this box called my space? It seems counterintuitive,
right.
But it is.
I don't have time to sit still for 1 minute to listen to why I should sit still for 1 minute. Yeah,
well,
I get that. That's what I said to Jill earlier today. I'm like, well, can I do this while I'm driving to school? Or how can I multitask this? Because I can't imagine just sitting. And we listened to, if you've listened to Brene Brown's Gifts of Imperfection.
Yes.
She talks about how hard it is to meditate, and it's true. It's hard for me to sit still at any level, and then also to sit still in a way that's just serving me by myself around that too. And so she says it's a practice. You practice it. It's not
perfection.
It doesn't come naturally.
And every single day that I get out there, it is. One day on the lake, I did a meditation, and it took me 15 minutes to like even get anywhere. And when that one was over, then I did another 10 so that I could like sort of get into it more, and it's hard. So that's why I really like these 1 minute things, because even if you take 1 minute,
that's right,
and you can do that while you're driving,
But I think I'd enjoy it more on my back patio.
You would definitely enjoy it more on your back patio.
Get up and go to work.
You totally would.
Safer. Probably be safer too.
Also, do you think meditation can help with attention span?
It does for me.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Think about me. Come on.
What
honestly.
did you say?
I know. Because I'll ask someone a question and then walk away.
Yeah.
And then not get the answer because I didn't realize I wasn't. I did that this weekend, and my family is about done with that.
Well, self-care, sister.
Yeah.
Self-care. I think we could all use a little more self-care.
Yeah.
In our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, then I should do it for sure with attention span.
And I know I just wanted to do a quick little shout out. It's going to be my blue bowl, even though I didn't draw it. So let me see. Oh, yes, this is it. What am I just thankful for? Of course, I'm thankful for my husband and my friends, but I just wanted to do a really quick shout out to Riley because we had a chance to go out for Patty's birthday after our podcast last week. And I hadn't seen Riley for a while, and his brother, and, been out with the spouses. And it was just so nice, and just conversation and sharing dinner and being out, and it was just lovely.
It was so needed. We haven't done that. We keep talking
No,
about
we
it.
haven't.
Why didn't you guys invite me?
Oh, forgot to invite Jill.
Oh,
you weren't supposed
maybe
to
I
mention
shouldn't
that
have
on the
said it
podcast.
on the podcast.
No, but
Riley.
we've been talking about that and we haven't done it. So,
Yes,
yeah.
and thank you, Riley, for facilitating that in all
Jill was
ways.
actually there. All of you who are going to write in or write in. Who writes in? Nobody writes in, but whatever.
Start sending hate texts. Here's their telephone numbers.
All of you looking for a stamp right now, you can
Please.
just forget about it. Jill was really there.
Advocate for me. I'm so left out.
Oh, well, and I actually, my Blue Bowl is thank you for being a part of my birthday and being a part of my life, and your spouses
Yeah.
So much
coming.
fun.
And thank you, Judd, for bringing the yellow bundt cake, which lemon is my favorite.
so good.
It was yellow and
Yellow
lemon.
and lemon.
And he had birthday candles. He had a 2 and a 5 since I'm 25, and little birthday cake or plates, and it was
just-
so nice
it was
for
sweet.
him
The whole-
to
just-
remember that.
It was
and
just
it was really nice. Good group of people. So I think
Yes.
thank all of you for
Yeah.
being there.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Patty's parents, for knocking boots. So Patty was born so we could celebrate her birthday.
I'm gonna puke.
Now I need to meditate, but all I can get now, all I can
I gotta
see when I
scrub
close
my eyes out with
is
a Brillo
that.
pad.
Yeah.
Scrub them out.
I don't know. I'm thankful for it. So thankful.
Yeah.
So thankful to have you, Patty. And thank you
Well,
again.
I'm thankful for the end result, but I don't need to be thinking about the process.
Well, don't think about the
No.
process. It's just that it happened. So thanks for it happening.
Yes.
Yeah. The end.
Yes, and the end.
Yep.
Well, go out there, get outside, recharge, find a good meditation
That's my
plan.
Yeah.
If not Headspace.
1 minute. It's 1
1 minute. And Scott has
Yeah.
a really good comment here about meditation can just be focusing on your breathing, just being in a space and consciously, mindfully being aware of your breathing is a really great meditative process. So
That's my
there
big
you
one
go.
right there.
Thank you for joining us.
yeah,
Have a great week,
week,
everyone.
and we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to It's a Great Day to Talk. Be sure to follow and subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform.
And until next week,
Get out there and talk.
This has been a production from a podcast studio.